G'day crew, I'm Oscar Pelazon and welcome to another episode of Tube Time Tuesdays. Well, spring has sprung, spring pattern is in, limited swell, banks are deteriorating, light onshore breezes, and really not worth the effort in that boardroom, but it's always worth the effort joining me in this boardroom for more business wisdom and tips. And today, I want to talk about a topic that quietly sabotages a lot of business owners without them even realizing it. And that's a scarcity mindset. There's a lot of talk in business circles about abundance thinking, and it sounds like one of those fluffy buzzwords you'd see on a Facebook motivational meme. But it ain't fluff. It's fundamental to how we create the reality of the world that we live in. Because the way you think directly shapes the way you operate. And that, in turn, shapes the results your business delivers. So a scarcity mindset is rooted in fear. And it sounds something like this. There's not enough to go around, competition's fierce, we're having a discount, we're going to need to discount to get work. If I share too much about what we do and how we do it, someone else might take my edge. I can't afford to lose that client, even though they're a nightmare and I can't stand dealing with them. And I have to do it all myself because I can't find anyone and no one else will do it as well as I can do it. And scarcity thinking is protective, it's insular, it's defensive. It keeps you small. It keeps you in survival mode. On the flip side, an abundance mindset says, there's always opportunities. I just need to open my mind to them. Helping others doesn't diminish my success. In fact, it enhances my success. The right clients, team, and partners are out there. And growth means letting go and building systems and people so that the business doesn't rely on me and there's plenty out there for me to go and find. It's about believing that there's more potential, more solutions, more upside. If you lead with vision, not with fear. So if you're unsure about where you sit, here are some signs that you may be operating from a view of scarcity. You hoard control. You don't delegate, or if you do, you micromanage the hell out of it because you believe no one else can do it like you do it. 2, you're avoiding investing. Whether it's in people, systems, or marketing, you pull back. Not because it's not a good idea, but because you're afraid of what might go wrong. Thirdly, you keep the wrong clients. They drain your energy, disrespect your boundaries, but you're afraid to let them go because what if nothing better comes along? Scarcity keeps you reactive. It builds walls. It makes you look inwards and become insular. Worst of all, it teaches your team to operate in the same way. So how do you shift to abundance? Here's 3 practical things you can try. Firstly, notice your language and your decision making. Start noticing how often your decisions are fear-based. Are you saying no because that's the right decision or because you're afraid of loss, risk, or judgment? Once you see it, you can change it. 2, start with small leaps of trust. Let go of one thing this week, a task, a client, a process that you've been holding on to tightly. Empower someone. Outsource something. Say no to a misaligned opportunity. Show yourself that the world doesn't fall apart when you open your hands a little. Thirdly, create a vision worth growing into. Scarcity keeps your eyes down. Abundance lifts your vision and asks, what could this business become if I stop leading from fear? Create a vision that's exciting, even if it's a little scary. That vision becomes your new compass and your new focus point. Here's my question for you to sit with this week. What would your business look like if you operate from abundance instead of fear? Would you let go of toxic clients? Hire a gun team member? Build a business that runs without you? Remember, it starts with how you think. You're in charge of your mind and therefore your results. And your thoughts create your reality. That's it from me today. I'll see you next week for another episode of Tube Time Tuesdays. Happy days. You!